Hey, y'all. So, today I was thinking about, well, yesterday too. I've been thinking about it a lot. Um, the ego, right? So, most of us know the ego by, Freud talk about the ego, right? Um, or people that are like super cocky, right? And you're like, oh, they got a big ego, right? But our ego, I've learned, affects a lot. Like it affects everything. And I guess sometimes it even amazes me the way that the ego affects the decisions that we make, right? So if you have a connection at all to the great divine, believe that there is something bigger than you, that is making life happen for you, not to you, then that means that you know what your intuition sounds like, right? You know what that feels like. But your ego is so good at keeping you stuck in mess that it'll make you feel like that's your intuition telling you to make that decision. Ask me how I know. Because I know, y'all. Because I know. Your ego is that thing that wants to keep you comfortable, right? So when you think about comfort, you think about, your place you live, that new mattress you bought, that new throw blanket, right, that you're looking forward to throwing on a cold day when you get home from work, right? Like snuggling with your kids, snuggling with your man, your woman, like comfort. Maybe there's a special food you like to eat that you think is a comfort food. That's what you think of when you think of comfort, right? You don't think of your toxic traits. You don't think of, those bad habits that have caused a lot of havoc in your life. You don't think about those. But your ego does. And your ego loves your toxic traits. It loves those habits that you have that keep you stuck where you are, right? So it's going to do everything it can to make you continue to stay stuck in the same place. And like I said, it is so good at what it does that it will make you think that you are truly making decisions from your intuition when you aren't. So let's say, you have this job, right? You've been there, 6 years. You know when your retirement date is. You know all the people that are there. They're like a little family to you, right? Because you're with them so much time. But there's a little piece of you that wants to step out on your own and start your own business, right? But you're not gonna leave that job, right? Because the paycheck it works for you, right? It keeps you comfortable, right? The people there, you know those people, you see them every day. They're comfortable, right? But starting something on your own is scary, and your ego knows it's scary, and your ego says, yeah, no, we don't need to do that. We're good right here. We know when we're gonna retire. We know these people. We love sitting next to Evelyn. She's my favorite. She brings those really good cookies at Christmas. You know, Scott, he's really good. When anything happens with my computer, he gets it right back together. I'm good here. I have a parking spot. My job, I have job security. Nothing's gonna happen here. I'm just going to stay right here. But in the back of your mind, you still want to start that business, right? So why can't you start it, right? Why do you have to? You don't have to leave your job to start your business. You don't have to leave your job to start working on, figuring out what you're going to do or how you're going to do it next. You don't have to do any of those things. But your ego going to make you think that you do, right? Your ego is going to say, well, we don't need to do that now. We'll just wait. until we retire, when we got enough money, we can start up, we'll have a little startup capital, and it'll give me something to do in my retirement years. That's the same thing that's telling you not to take your vacation days because, they need you there. That's the same thing that's telling you to go in there when you're sick and make everybody else sick because they can't do what you can do. That's the same thing that's telling you you need to stay a few more hours in the office when you can go home and play with your kids or spend time with your significant other. Because they're not really asking you for much but your time, but so is your job. Your job is stealing everything from you, and it's okay because they pay you, right? No, you gotta figure out how to move scared, how to take that step when you are scared to pieces. And believe me, I know what that feels like. And I know what it feels like when your ego is yelling every single thing and making you question every single thing. The questions that will come up from your ego just to make you not do anything new, not do anything different, not make any changes. Child, you won't even believe the questions yourself. You were like, what? I ain't even think of that. And the ego's like, yeah, got her. I got him. He gonna stay exactly where he's gonna be in misery. We're comfortable in our misery. Let's roll around in it a little bit. We like our misery. Let's stay there. We don't need to do anything different. We don't need to find our happiness. Cause I thought they were gonna make me happy, but no. Happiness is within you. You gotta find that thing, right? Cause there's always that thing in the back of your head that's telling you, let's try this. And your ego's gonna keep telling you no. What did they? And because I have a child, and she was a Frozen fan. So in this last movie, Frozen, right? Um, Olaf is literally a pile of snow. She knows her sister is dead somewhere because she's gone too deep, right? And she is stricken with grief. But the future of Arendelle lays in her hands, right? So her ego probably would tell her, look, that's it. Just go find Kristoff and let him know everybody is gone. It's just y'all. We're going to have to stay here in this forest. We is stuck. Okay, that's it. But she got up. She had her moment. She got up and she took a step. Then she took another step. And the song she sings is called, I don't know if it's called that, but she sings about doing the next right thing. The next right thing. Sometimes you have to do the next right thing, even when it feels crazy, even when it feels so super scary, even when people are looking at you sideways. You have to take the step and do the next right thing. Because if you want different, if you want to experience and be the best you that you can possibly be, you're going to have to do some scary stuff. You're going to have to face some scary stuff. You're going to have to tell your ego, shut that noise up. I'm going to do the next right thing. So I challenge you today. All those voices that are so loud and making you doubt every single thing, ask yourself, is it true? Is it right? If it makes you scared, then that means that's your ego. If it makes you a little bit excited, a little bit antsy, it's probably your intuition. So don't let your ego wreck your life, because it will. It'll tell you any and everything to keep you rolling around in your mess. Get up. Get up from your mess and stop letting your ego run your life. All right, y'all. I'll see you out there.